In the past, Arizona has been known to be a reliably red state. However, these next elections could change that. For the first time since 1996, we could go either way in the 2020 presidential election. Cronkite News reporter Mariah Gallegos found out why the possible shift is happening.
Arizona is actually considered a toss-up state and could be one of the tipping point states of who wins the White House in 2020.
Mike Noble is the chief of research at OH Predictive Insights, and he says because President Trump previously won in Arizona by the slimmest margin of 3.5 points, the next election is uncertain. The latest numbers from political polling supports that.
So you see the biggest parts of where Republicans are hurting right now are among 18 to 34-year-olds, Hispanics, which is an emerging large demographic here, also suburban voters that we're seeing. So again, among those moderates, those folks in the middle, those moderates and leaners, again, they're just not going the GOP's way, which they used to go their way.
And because of the disadvantage Republicans have, Noble expects both Democrats and Republicans to open their wallets on advertising.
What you can expect is an historic amount of money being spent in Arizona, which, funny, interesting fact, last election, the midterms, it was a historic amount of money spent in Arizona elections. Just on broadcast alone, it was about $127 million spent. We're projected to see, just in traditional broadcast, $250 million, so almost double that.
Cronkite News received this statement from the Arizona Democratic Party about their take on the race. After a long string of broken promises from Donald Trump and Arizona Republicans, Arizonans are ready to make a change in 2020. We are feeling confident about the year ahead, amidst a strong fundraising year and with an increasingly energized electorate. Over the course of the next year, Democrats will continue to highlight the issues that are most important to Arizonans, making the case that we're the party that will make Washington and the state legislature start working for every Arizonan, not just powerful special interest and the wealthy few. The Republican Party gave Cronkite News a statement saying every state in the Southwest is competitive. It goes on to say, every vote in Arizona needs to be fought for and earned. No one can take the state for granted, and that's why we gotta work so early in this cycle, laying the organizational groundwork. We have had field operatives on the ground throughout the state for months, and President Trump is personally committed to ensuring our volunteers have the resources they need to reach into every corner of the state to contact, persuade, and mobilize voters for victory.
We're in probably the most unique or most interesting time in Arizona's history when it comes to Arizona's implication on the national map.